Can't believe you forgot my name. This is pretty terrifying, being in front of all of you. But speaking of terrifying, I actually got a pretty scary notification a few weeks ago from my dorm's piazza of all places. Right after, how do I get lube out of the microwave, was gas leak on second floor. Now, this was a tad bit concerning, so I started messaging my friend about it, and she was like, yeah, it's not a joke, there's definitely a gas leak, but don't worry, open the windows. That's it? Like, I'm not an expert on gas leaks, but this does not sound like standard procedure. Like, imagine if you're on a sinking cruise ship, and the captain is like, ladies and gentlemen, there's no need to worry or evacuate. We have flex tape. So at this point, I have to go down and investigate, right? There's just one problem. Natural gas is highly, highly flammable, and I mean, come on guys, I'm really hot. So I put on a career fair t-shirt and I went down. First thing I noticed, there's definitely a stench. It's either natural gas or a natural gas. Luckily there was a security guard nearby, so I called him over. He took a big whiff and then said he couldn't smell anything. That's when I knew I was really in danger, because that guard definitely had COVID. Finally, I went down to the source of it all, dining. There were people in there fixing something. It might have been a light bulb, maybe it was a gas leak. Maybe they were just trying to get lube out of the microwave. I don't know, but I woke up the next day, so it couldn't have been that bad. Yeah, my dorm's been having a lot of problems lately. The water fountain outside my room stopped working, so I filed a work order. It took them 2 months, but I finally got an email claiming they fixed it. And indeed, there was no longer a broken water fountain outside my room. In fact, there was no water fountain outside my room. How was I supposed to get water now? Go down to the second floor? No, I worked hard to get the room right outside the water fountain, okay? And if that meant siphoning water through an exposed pipe, then so be it. Besides, we all go to MIT, right? I mean, I know a guy who connected a washing machine to a sink, and I wasn't going to let him outdo me. So, you know, I bought a pump, got up a wrench, applied my brains, and reported a water leak the next day. In retrospect, I should have used more lubes on the pipe. Some of you guys thought something dirty there, you need to wash your brains with soap. But speaking of soap, I recently found that the dish soap in my lounge was just body wash. First, that should tell you exactly how many people in the lounge were bothering to wash their dishes. I've seen dirty dishes underneath the couch. That takes effort to do, okay? But it also means that there's some individual out there that tried to wash their dish, realized we were out of soap, and thought the solution was to sacrifice their personal hygiene. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Listen, at least on the bright side, we have another candidate explanation for the gas leak. We've also been having a bit of a mouse infestation lately. I begged housing to install mouse traps for months, but they didn't do shit. It actually seemed like the mouse disappeared for a couple days, and I thought they were gone for good. No, they were pregnant and they gave birth. They were tiny, ugly-ass mice running around all over the place, and I know some of you are going to be like, oh, baby mice. No, fuck you. These mice were a terror, and I was going to eradicate them, okay? It turns out there's actually a really large variety of mouse traps these days. I was shopping on Amazon, and you know, you got your standard mouse traps, you got your glue traps, and then you have the good-natured A24. It's not a rifle, no. The A24 is the culmination of hundreds of years of human ingenuity. You guys want to know how it works?
Yeah.
The A24 punches mice to death. That wasn't even the punchline. The A24 can kill multiple mice without being reset, and the best part, it has a counter on the back so you can keep track of your score. Now, I'm sure all of you are salivating at the chance to get... to get your hands on your own A24, and you can do so for a low price of $200. Yeah, when I saw the price tag, my dreams were shattered as an exodus mice. This thing is so expensive, it has its own payment plan on Amazon. Side note, anyone, and I mean anyone, who buys a $200 mousetrap on a payment plan should be executed for fiscal irresponsibility. Preferably by a swift punch to the neck, but I'll settle for electric chair. Which brings me to the next best option, the Victor M1. The M1, it's a bit crude. It electrocutes the mice, but it also has Wi-Fi notifications. There's just one problem with the M1, and it's that some mice can actually restart their hearts after they die. Which is why you get the Victor M2, which comes with 2 minutes of constant electrocution. So I ordered a pair of M2s, and I swear I'm not making this next part up, but Housing installed their own mousetraps the day after my M2s arrived. Probably out of spite for the pipe thing, but I don't know for certain. I was in the bathroom the other day, and one of my friends was like, hey, be careful, there's something brown in one of the stalls, and it looks like shit. Excuse me? I was like, hey, screw you, I just woke up. He was like, no, I wasn't talking about you, No, there's something brown on the floor. I think it's mud, but given that it's a bathroom, we have to assume the worst. The worst? There are a lot of brown things worse than shit, okay? An angry brown bear, Al-Qaeda, my older brother. He drops emotional bombs on physical ones, but he'll still be on the floor and feeling like shit. He also uses way too much lube. He's a terrible mechanic. Listen, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I just told you about one of my family members. I'd like to introduce the next. Next up is my daughter, Anusha.